Fungi growing termites. So I like to make a joke and say they're the first farmers we've had. We think we're the smart ones, but these guys started it a long time ago. The one type people hate is the wood termites. These, come to your furnitures and what, and those have the ability to break down mostly plant material, sort of
Cellulose.
cellulose. They can break that down. Basically, probably they have this bacteria that helps with breaking it down. These guys, however, don't have that, so they cannot really digest or break down cellulose. What they do is come out at night and harvest mostly grass and partially chew it. And then they have special chambers where they grow fungi. So they'll partially chew this thing and stuff it in this chamber. Now, given the conditions in the mound, the humidity, the light, the temperature, makes it quite conducive to grow fungi, and that's what they can eat. The fungi can break down the cellulose for them, and they can enjoy the fungi as a food. So one important role, one is to recycle all this dead grass that nobody really makes use of, and bring it back in the mound. So we know, you probably know this, they live in this what we call the royal family. So you have the king, the queen, soldiers, workers, and then one special group, which most call them flying termites. Usually they come out just after the rains. So you have the first rain is the preparation, and then the second rains, you get all these flying termites come out. So every member in the mound, apart from the king and the queen, are sterile. They cannot reproduce. So it's when they want to spread their colonies and expand, that is when the flying termites come out. The most suitable conditions is just after the rains, when the soil is all nice and soft, they can establish these mounds. So as the names sort of suggest, the king basically there to breed with the female, with the queen. And that's about it. It's a bit bigger than all the rest. But the queen, the job is, it's like this egg-laying machine, you would call her. You think of a soldier, it will be about an inch, yeah, in size. This massive pincers and an armored sort of body, more protected than all the rest. And his job as a soldier is to protect the mound. So anybody that comes here, it will give you a nasty sort of bite. It's a sacrificial sort of bite, actually. Once they lock their jaws, they cannot unlock them themselves. So that's a bite till death, if you call it. Yeah. So their job is that. The workers will do everything else. They find food, they bring food, they partially chew the thing, grow the fungi. When the queen lays eggs, they take the eggs, put them in special chambers we call incubation chambers, and look after these eggs. And then after that, they would take care of the larvae, feed everybody in the mound. So they do most of the work in the mound. They're about half the size of these soldiers and very, very delicate. Hence, you don't see them now, because they don't have the melanin, sort of black pigments to help with sunburns and things. So they cannot be exposed into the sun now.
They stay inside now.
So they're inside, and they only come out at night to harvest. Other than that, you see the wood termites, they create little tunnels. Yeah, we think we're smart with the tunnels. We have the trains and what. They've been doing that as well for a long time. So that's the worker's job. So this queen is sometimes up to 6 or 7 inches.
Oh, wow.
Most of it just the abdomen. Yeah, she cannot even move. So she has her chamber there called Queen's Chamber, as we call it. And once the workers and the soldiers sense there's a threat to the queen, they will have to move her, literally, physically move her to a different chamber, or maybe cover her up again for safety. But the nest is not what we're looking at here. It's almost like a glacier effect. You just see a small part of it. The actual nest is underground. So all these chambers and everything could be all around us, sometimes up to 12 meters across from where the actual mound is.
Crazy.
Now, the mound's job is almost like you installing an air conditioning system.
Chimney.
Back home, yeah. So that's how they ventilate and circulate the air. So they operate at a very constant sort of temperature, sort of 25 to 30.
Little holes out around here.
All around, and the nest itself. Usually at the top there's a bigger vent. Yeah, so if it's a nice and cold day, we'll probably seal up everything and contain the heat inside to their requirement. And when it gets too hot, then they open up the vents and let the air cycle out. And that's the idea of having the mound. And if you have to have the right conditions for the fungi to grow.